everybody, how's it going? Welcome. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. I figured I'd stream, chat a little bit. It is 66 hours until the campaign ends, so I figured I would work on some sketch cards, chat. It's an open invite if anybody's around and wants to hang out and chat. Let me know. But just gonna work on some stuff. Hopefully, as the night progresses, we'll see how the campaign is going and go from there. But first, let me get some music before I go mad. If that's too loud, let me know. Alrighty, so here's some sketch cards. If you backed or got a sketch card on the campaign, it will be one of these. So I got Horace sort of being manhandled by a large chicken man, as one does. Got this one, which is like Horace coming across a thing in a cave. These are kind of like concept sketches for me. So what I'll do is I'll do sketch cards of new characters, locations, and then it'll turn into something. So it's sort of like the seed of an idea really can start from a sketch card for me. Let's see here. So this is, I'm going to be coloring this with watercolor. So let's see, this is Horace in a graveyard coming across like a ghoul eating out of a coffin. This is kind of it's a much more superhero pose for Horace H. Hoover. He's kind of holding back some big monster. And you can see sort of the impact that they're having on the ground. This is Horace. I don't know, this is like a root cellar. Maybe that'll be the name of a comic. H.H. Hoover and the Root Cellar. I just wanted a location for that one. This is Max punching tentacles. Again, these are sketch cards. This is kind of cool. This is the book bug, and he is looking down a well made out of books. So in issue 2, the book bug builds things with books, houses and bridges and things like that. So extrapolating with that, you get like wells, and he throws people down there. Maybe he interrogates them. It puts the lotion in the basket, kind of thing. I thought this was pretty cool. So this is Slurp, just on a pile of bodies in a cave. I like showing Slurp, you know, fighting and doing things. He is a kind of a funny character. He ended up being. But I still like the idea of him being able to kick some butt when he needs to. So I wanted to show him sort of at the end of a battle. Sort of like King Slurp or something. And it's just a sort of a classic Horace H. Hoover fights zombie monster. We'll see. After the coloring, I'll probably go back in and do some more inking for that. This is an older one. This is Horace H. Hoover. To me, he's building a robot or a golem or something like that. Again, this is an idea for a story, so we'll see. Things like this stick, and then you start seeing scenes and dialogue and characters pop up. So we'll see about that. Got Slurp. This is, I like this one. This is sort of like a parody of the statement of Randolph Carter. So this is the statement of Horace H. Hoover. And you have Max and Slurp up from the hole that Horace H. Hoover just climbed down. If anybody's familiar with that Lovecraft story, it's pretty funny. Again, another little bit of a parody. This is The Picture in the House. So this is Horace H. Hoover and the old man that catches him looking at his cannibal book. It's a real book, too. If you zoom in, you can actually see the illustrations from the book, which was pretty cool. Here's Horace hanging out with the Loquatian, with a loquat for short. Hint, hint. And then this is... Okay, this one's just funny. So this is Horace H. Hoover talking to somebody from Innsmouth, you would imagine. And he's drawing a fish, like it's a portrait of the guy. I thought that was funny. I can see everybody online is also laughing with me on that. Actually, first let me pull up the campaign. I'll go over it just to kind of show a status on where I'm at and what's going on. Not to spend too much time on this, but so right now we are at 2393, which is great. There was a big push the past like day or so, 80 backers. So I've probably got 12 backers in the past 24 hours. So I think it's at 80% funded right now, which is great. I know at the end you get a little push from just people remembering to back the campaign and things like that. Shout out to Michael Bancroft. He had me on his channel last night, which I got a bunch of backers just from that. So that was very cool. So it's still doable. You know, we're about $607, but we're at 64 hours to go. That is not a lot of time. So if you've considered backing it, I would definitely back it now. Because I don't know. I mean, it could fund. I don't know what the percentages are for that. So if you're interested in anything at all, back it, because this is an all or nothing. If it doesn't get funded, then the book does not get printed, I guess. I'll figure something out after that, but it won't be... I don't know what the solution is. I'll have to sort of rethink how I'm handling stuff if I can't get that funded. So that's that. I'm gonna start inking here in a minute. I will post an invite in a second, though. So if anybody wants to jump on, feel free. I will be inking. Let's see here. Okay, so StreamYard link is in the chat. If anybody wants to join, feel free to pop in. I usually do these for like an hour and a half max. I get tired. I don't get tired, but it's just, you know. After an hour, if you're using a brush, the brush gets gunky. If you're inking, you need a new ink, you need a new pen. You're really pushing it, in my opinion. I'll finish this one here. In the chat, Creative Faye, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. I do a stream with Creative Faye. Hi, old man. How are you doing? Surely you're not talking to me. There's no way. Like, somebody with a spry white beard, such as myself. These look fun and good exercises. Yeah, I do them just for that. It helps really for panels, too, because I've said it before, small panels are sort of the key to storytelling, dense storytelling. So if you can get good at really being descriptive in small little illustrations, a la Mark Silvestri or something, highly recommend it. Hey, Jackson Zelda 4874. Thanks for popping in. One of my favorite Lovecraft stories, short but very mind-blowing. Yeah, I like the short ones. They don't get quite as much attention as the long novellas do, but very fun. It's funny and a little fishy. It is. Am I going to do a closeout? I will do a closeout / crash out, depending on how this ends, right? So I think I'm going to title it the campaign Closeout Crash Out. And the campaign ends technically Tuesday, like morning, but I'll do something Monday night. And see where we're at late into the Monday night. It'll probably be pretty obvious if the campaign will fund or not. But either way, I'll pop on. That'll probably be another open invite as well, just to get people's thoughts on the campaign, the books, my hair, all the important issues in modern politics. So I use pens for sketch cards. Traditionally, for my comic book, 100% of the comic is brushes, but sketch cards, it's a bit harder to do that. So I generally use pens. And you definitely run into the pitfall of like a dead line, a really like lifeless line. So because of that, I try to like amp up the line work. Like I really go, I try to make it as dynamic as I can. Have a nice composition, something going on, because if the line work's going to be dead, then something's got to keep you in the drawing. So alrighty, so this is, again, I don't know if this is funny or not, but it is Horace H. Hoover and what looks like to be an evil Cupid type character, devil character. I guess he's not Cupid. I'll put wings on him though. Throwing a harpoon on right through Horace H. Hoover's head. So hey, Creative Faye.
Hello.
How's it going?
Okay. Had a late day at work, so I'm a little tired.
Yeah, where are we at here?
Yeah.
The heck? What's a good one for this?
That's fine because I'm not showing.
Oh, you're not gonna be drawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I might, but I'm just not showing.
Oh, if you are, let me know. I'll change it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I go back to work on Monday, so
I usually have Mondays, Tuesdays off. Weird schedules.
Yeah, getting back into work after the break is going to be a little tough.
Yeah.
Oh well. It would be better if Horace H. Hoover funded. Then it would definitely make the transition back more pleasant.
Yeah, and it closes out Monday, or is it closing out? Yes.
Technically, I think Tuesday, afternoon, but I'll be at work. So the closeout, I'll have a stream Monday night, late or something.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It, for a while, I was like, there's zero chance that it'll fund. But yeah, the past couple of days, things have been going pretty good, so we'll see.
I got a fighting chance.
Yeah, it's possible. And this pen is way too big.
What pens are you using?
Winsor Newton.
Oh.
I used to use the microns. I still have 100 microns. Because whenever I buy something, I usually get tons of it.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I hate having to order something when you need it that moment. So
I got one. I got the Zig pen. That one's pretty good. And I got Mogion, which is also alright. And Le Pen also works pretty well.
It's funny, whenever many years ago, Rapidograph pens were pretty much the only technical pen. And they were a nightmare to keep clean and unclog and all that kind of stuff. So I just really got out of using pens, even though I loved them, technical pens. just because they were so frustrating. And then there's this whole slew of new pens out there, and they're all a little different though, so worth checking them all out.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Coco Shuko Papashengo. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Chicks are rose too, by the way. Yeah, thanks for popping in. I rarely stream on Saturday night, but I figured why not.
Yep.
Oh man. So I started my second book binding project. I've been looking at bookbinding for several years now. It's fascinated me, like really nice, like leather-bound gold, gold trim type stuff. It takes a little bit. There's some machinery, some tools that you really need.
Yeah.
And the concept it's a little more difficult than you would think for something like that. So anyway, I've been looking at it for years, and I finally had time over Christmas to do a book. So that was a lot of fun. And now I'm working on my second one right now.
Your first book was a lot better looking than my first book. If
Yeah.
you show my camera, I can show you.
Yeah. I didn't know you did bookbinding.
Yeah, I took a class in my first college.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, wound up being a note journal for one of my stories.
That's cool. I'm obsessed with books, so it's like it just seems like a natural.
Yeah, so
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
big. Yeah, I made tiny ones. I made a little one. Just because I had some scrap watercolor paper that I was going to toss. I'm like, you know what? I'll just compile it all into like a sketchbook.
do you mind showing it real quick? Or...
Sure. Yeah, so this is like 300-pound watercolor paper. So this is really thick. But like I said, it was scrap from other watercolor drawings I had done. It's a nice little book.
Yeah,
It's not
turned
perfect,
out really nice.
but it was my first one. The next one I'm going to do is going to be much better, but
Very
we'll start
nice.
somewhere.
Yeah. Are you gonna use it for doing notes and like story stuff, or?
Yeah, I think that's for the most part what I'm going to use. Because I like to write story ideas and then like tiny little sketches next to it.
Yep.
It just makes sense to me when I do that. So I don't need a giant sketchbook for that. So that's the plan at least.
Yeah, I do that too.
Hey, Dr.
Well,
Mask, how's it going? I'm currently wearing my Horace H. Hoover sweatshirt right now. That's awesome.
I didn't know you made a sweatshirt. Or was that Alterna Days?
Yeah, it was the olden days. Yeah, it is. The book is hand size. But I've been wanting to do I'm doing these tiny little sketch cards. I wanted to do tiny little watercolor paintings. So I thought that, whether I use it as a journal or just not temporary, but it's like you want to get the concept down on how to bind books.
And you could be completely independent.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing comic books. Somebody mentioned that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. My goal is to really do like this beautiful leather-bound version of like A Christmas Carol or something like that. It's just something else to do.
Yeah. Christmas Carol is a good story. It's one of my favorite ones. I read the book, but it's been years since I've read it.
Yeah, it's a great book too. And I'm a big fan of a lot of the adaptations. Even the ones that aren't great are still pretty good for the most part.
So one part they cut out of a lot of them is the children underneath Christmas presents cloak. I forgot, it was like famine and
Yeah, yeah, they do that in the.
Muppet one, I think.
They do it in the. I'm blanking on his name now. The one from the '80s. That's like. I can't think of the guy's name. Yeah, and it's really disturbing whenever you see it.
Yeah. Well, that was the point, but yeah.
Yeah. But not a lot of them do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just saw Johnny Depp is going to be in one, in a new adaptation. Which, I'll watch anything with Johnny Depp in it. Yes, George C. Scott. That's the version I was thinking of. Thanks, Jackson. That's like that's the version I grew up on. So that's like my go-to every year.
Yeah, the version I grew up on was the Muppet one, but my favorite one is the 1934 one. And then I also remember the 84 one because I remember seeing the kids scene, and that was pretty cool. That they were more faithful to the adaptation.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. And George C. Scott is so. There's sort of like the sniveling Scrooge. And then there's like just the angry mean, and like George C. Scott, like he's scary. Like, and it definitely's got a different feel.
Well, I gotta show you something I just got recently. Do you know Gary Martin?
Yeah.
I just got his book.
Oh, I didn't know he had a book.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
all brush painting
Wow.
or inking.
Is that available, or was that a backing and you can't get it anymore?
He has the Kickstarter, but he also has it available for if you want to get it at a reduced cost. You can get like the damaged ones.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I've seen his stuff, and it's really great.
Just Frankenstein.
Yeah.
What sold it for me was Andy Smith was doing a flip through, and I saw that he did some Frank Frazetta. Like this one.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And
yeah, I've definitely considered.
that was the one that got me.
I
was already considering it because of the big Murray Wrightson one with the.
Yeah, I've seen that online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
With the little pogo hidden in the background.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's an Easter egg.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I got that recently. The funny thing is, that was the last book I bought of the season, and yet it was the first one to arrive.
Yeah, it's funny how that works out.
But then again, we live in the same state, so I just live north. So, things get here quicker.
Yeah.
Probably quicker than it would get to you, since you're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you never know. Not Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo had there was a Christmas Carol with Mr. Magoo. I really like that picture of Frankenstein. Yeah. Yeah, I've always, Wrightson just, nobody can ever do another like series of Frankenstein illustrations because you can't really compete with that. But I've always wanted to do sort of that level of illustration for A Christmas Carol. And I know people have done A Christmas Carol before, but nobody to the level of Wrightson has ever done A Christmas Carol. So I feel like you can throw your hat in the ring.
Yeah.
So I've been talking about it for years and years and years at this point. Maybe I'll do it, and then I'll throw my own illustrations in and and do a book with that. We'll see.
Oh yeah, and then I recently finished the first page in my sci-fi story I'm doing.
Oh,
It's
that's
gonna be a
cool.
3-pager. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
And this is something you wrote?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a 3-page story about some astronauts that crash land. And it's kind of dark humor.
Yeah, I think short stories like that are really great for just nailing down the process and figuring out stuff like that.
So I had worked on a layout for the next page in my little notebook. But so like I did a quick layout in this for like the second page to get like, some of the storytelling
Oh.
beats.
Nice.
Yeah, but we'll see if it actually looks like that when I.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully better than that, but you know.
Yeah, going from thumbnails to the final and maintaining sort of the energy is pretty tough sometimes, but
Yeah.
all right, so I'm going to be coloring this, so I think that's all I'm going to do for the most part. I mean, these are so small. Like, if you start throwing a bunch of lines, it's just going to look like a mess in the end.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
I'm going to just stop right here. And move on to the next one. Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, so I have thoughts on the Frankenstein's monster thing. Like, people get really annoyed by that, and I don't. It's one of my all-time favorite books, and I don't care if people say Frankenstein or Dr. Frankenstein, because to me, he's like the, Dr. Frankenstein created this thing, and it's really an extension of him. So I don't see it as a problem if when people refer to the thing as Frankenstein, especially since he doesn't really have a name. Like, if Frankenstein's monster had taken off and started a new business, a tailoring business or something, and changed his name to, Steinman or something, then everybody would know to call him Steinman. But he doesn't have a name. So if he doesn't have a name, it's totally understandable that you would say Frankenstein.
This one kind of has him go off.
I mean, he does go off, right? He goes and he finds that family, and he learns things. But what I'm saying is, he doesn't get a name. Like, he doesn't. It's not like George Frankenstein after that. If it was George Frankenstein, then everybody would know what to call him. So anyway, all of that to say, I am totally okay with people not calling him Frankenstein. As somebody who has read the book many times, and it's one of my favorites. And
Fair enough.
I'm not pedantic about it, then nobody else should be. I watched A Christmas Carol with Henry Winkler. Who was Henry Winkler?
The
Winkler.
Fonz from
No, I mean in the Christmas Carol, what character did he play? Was it Scrooge? That's
I would think Rob Cratchit would be more fitting for him.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
He was Scrooge. Okay.
Huh.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I know him from is Arrested Development.
He did a show where he went to Japan with George Foreman and some football guy. I don't remember his name. And it was kind of like a travel show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and he was in a show called The Dead Man's Gun.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheesy show, but the episode with him in it is pretty good. Because it's an anthology series where it's about these people. The connecting thread through the story is the dead man's gun, which can turn people evil, basically, or bring out their evil if they get a
Interesting.
hold of it. And so a lot of them have like the same kind of ending, but there's some where, like Henry Winkler's episode was a lot more pleasant.
Yeah, I can see. Maybe this was 1979. It was actually called An American Christmas Carol. I can see in the 70s he's a little younger being Scrooge. He was a Star Trek captain. Really? I'm not a huge Star Trek guy, so I have no idea if what that would be. Because I know there's been, I don't
I
know.
think
There's
maybe you're confusing Scott Bakula with them. They both kind of have that hound dog looking face.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's like a million Star Trek TV shows at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know them. I never. I did like Next Generation many years ago, but I haven't watched it since it came out. Honestly.
Yeah, I've seen a few Next Gen. I've also watched a little bit of Voyager when I was a kid and Enterprise, which was the one with Scott Bakula. That one's the prequel series.
Yeah, I vaguely recall that stuff.
And a little bit of Deep Space Nine. There was only a couple characters I liked from that one.
I could be mistaken. Could be a Nelson Mandela thing. It could, and actually anything could be.
I'm thinking you're thinking of the Scott Bakula, because they kind of have the same face structure. I say hound dog just because they have like a droopiness to their face.
Yeah, Scott Bakula was Quantum Leap.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also did a voice in Cats Don't Dance. He played the lead in that.
That's funny. I just watched Covenant, Guy Ritchie's movie. It's really good. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. It was very non-Guy Ritchie. There was no like stylistic stuff, but it was good. It was set in Afghanistan, and there's a translator who gets stuck, and a soldier goes back to pull him out, and it's really well done.
I've never heard of that one. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, so right now I'm working on like these tiny little drawings, and not only that, I'm doing tiny little
I
characters.
called it. They said it was a different actor, Scott Bakula. Oops.
Yeah.
See, hound dog face? Similar.
Yeah.
I've actually been watching a sitcom lately called Corner Gas. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I don't know.
It's a Canadian one about a small town in Saskatchewan. It's fun if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh man.
And working on this. It's a possible cover I might do. It's of my main characters from my bigger
cool.
story. Or it just might be a pinup. Haven't decided.
Yeah, I want to get back to doing just pinups. I just did a commission for somebody. I don't know if I think I'm allowed to mention it. Ashley Land, Unbreakable Argonauts. Oh yeah, I think he actually mentioned it on his Substack, and I did a commission for it, and it was so much fun. It's a really just pulpy character, Western sort of vampires.
You showed it on the Monday
Yeah.
stream.
So much fun. I finished it. He loved it, and
That's good.
it's nice to do different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally just messed that up.
Yeah, I've got a stack of different things I've been working on. Like I got a Spidey. Oh, I think the camera switched, but oops. Too funny. So I was working on the one, but I forgot that I had transferred it over to do kind of a cleaner version. That was kind of
Do you use a light box, I assume, to transfer
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
yeah. I just got I need to clean it. It's just like
Yeah, I got one of those. That's
Well-
definitely I mean, for the longest time, old light boxes with incandescent lights were just huge, and they were a pain in the butt. I still have mine, but the LED ones are by far
Yeah.
better.
I think I'll just keep working on this one and then transfer it again. So like Do you ever draw just superhero stuff or
Classic pose. I think you're talking about, for the Horace H. Huber one, it's pretty classic, unless you're talking about a different one.
well it has the spider and the web because I showed my Spider-Man.
Oh,
piece.
sorry. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I held it up like this.
Oh, yeah, that is classic.
Yeah.
I never do superhero stuff. I just don't, and I don't think I will.
Yeah.
I just think some artists are better at it, and they just have a feel for it. And for me, it's always just been either fantasy or horror or something other than superhero stuff.
Same, I usually draw my own stuff, but that is gift art. Overdo it gift art.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because I did an interview with Randy Eberlin back at SummerCon in June of last year, so finally getting around to it. I also have Chris Warner. I'm doing a Predator for that.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the sketch I have going for that. I don't know if it's too light. to see, but
I can see a little bit of it, yeah.
so those are on the table. I bounce around between a lot of stuff sometimes. But I guess that's why you do the cards too, because that's kind of bouncing a little bit, so you get a little variety.
Yeah, I just kind of, like if you're doing the comic, there's only certain characters that you're doing over and over again. But like I said, sketch cards, you just kind of play around with it. It could be you never use that character ever again, but it could turn into something that gets used a lot. So
Yeah.
need to monster up this guy a bit.
That was one thing I was considering is maybe doing, because I've heard the advice of doing like short stories before you go into your bigger stories.
Yeah.
So I've been considering putting together a short story for my fantasy that I plan on working on, because that one kind of just getting the idea for like the chapters mapped out is going to be like 10 issues that all together would make one full story.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did with the first issue of Horace H. Hoover. I started with a 10-page short story, and then I'm like, you know what, if I can finish that, I'll do a 16-page short story. And then I did that, and then the first issue is exactly what that is, combined. Issue 2 starts off, and I'm like, okay, the two stories are in and of themselves self-contained, but I can also pick up after the one, which is what I did in issue 2. So it's like a short story can be self-contained, but then you can also pick it up later too and pull in those characters and extend it and turn it into something else later on. I'm a big fan of just doing the minimum viable product, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think too many people get, okay, I'm going to do a graphic novel, and after 8 pages, 10 pages, it just kind of dies, and then you don't have anything. Meanwhile, if you came up with an 8-page short story, then it would have been done.
Yep.
Move on to something else.
Yeah, that was one thing I was thinking about when I was starting it, is to make each story its own story too, even though they all blend together.
Yeah. And it's not that hard, honestly. You can keep it loose enough, but still entertaining.
Mm-hmm. You have to give at least enough information about your characters that people care about them, but not too much that you reveal like the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, we're at 45 minutes. I'll spend a few minutes talking about the books. Anybody out there who hasn't backed the campaign?
Oh, I think I forgot to back it. Let me go check.
No.
Back the first day.
So we're getting down to 63 hours until the campaign's over. So if you're new to me or the book, this is Horace H. Hoover. He's an occult detective set in 1920s, New York City, and he kind of travels around and solves supernatural occult mysteries. Currently, this will be the 4th issue, so the campaign is for issue 4. The first 3 issues are already done and published. It is sort of a Bronze Age style book, which is like a 1980s, 70s, 80s feel. There's fake ads that I added in here from the 80s. It's a little funny, but it's entertaining. Mm-hmm. Issue 2, we expand the cast a bit. We get into like a much deeper mystery. He travels to some kind of crazy locations. He travels to these pocket universes, and because of that, we see some interesting people. Like this guy is the Book Bug. He's covered in occult, supernatural books with papers. They give him powers, so Horus fights him. Issue 3, we have this monster called the Loquat, or the Loquatian. Captain Goodnight, backer 81. Less than 600 left. Let's go. Thank you so much, Captain Goodnight. Shout out to Captain Goodnight. He has helped spell check and edit and just proof this, I think, all the issues at this point.
Nice.
He is awesome. Issue 3, we sort of like find Horace H. Hoover trapped under this strange library in a house made of books. We get some backstory on some characters. We get some fight scenes in these strange tunnels. I don't want to spoil it, but another fake ad. That was a great shot. So some strange monsters you've never seen before. I really try to like start from scratch. So all the characters and the monsters, I'm not using sort of like templates or archetypes. I try to start from scratch for all of these kind of things. So you should not have seen something like it. I'm not saying somewhere in like Peru somebody hasn't come up with the same monsters, but I'm saying I don't know of anybody that has done it. I also have letters pages. So the letters pages are a little different because each letter in each issue essentially functions as an epistolary. So there's a story. If you take all of the books and read each letter from each character, you get other stories. We get some splash pages in the back. And then this is issue 4, so this is the book that you'll be backing. It's 38 pages, and it sort of is the end of the arc of the first 3 issues. We have a lot of locations, a lot of new characters, so we really see the resolution of all of this kind of stuff. Again, it's Bronze Age color palette and style, so it's all traditional. I ink it. I draw a color ink letter. There's also a fake ad in here, which if you're from the 80s or appreciate the 80s, you will appreciate. This ends this arc, and then there's one more issue, issue 5, which will be a self-contained story. So again, this has letters in the back that connects everything. So yeah, check it out. If you go to the campaign, there's a link. Should be in the channel, but if not, let me know. It is down to the wire, so hopefully it can get funded. If not, check back, and I'll let you know what happens next. But I'll definitely do a campaign closeout / campaign crash out, I'm calling it, on Monday night.
Okay.
Do it now. Dr. Mask is never wrong, so listen to Dr. Mask. Epistemologies, huh? Yes, like Dracula is a famous epistemology. Epistolary, I should say. Did I say epistemology? I meant epistolary. Damn it. Frankenstein's an epistolary too. Is it me, or does the man in that fake ad for HHH game bear striking resemblance to HHH's creator? That's what I've heard, but that was never the intent. I was just perusing like stock footage of, you know what? It's in the second issue. I was just perusing stock footage for, a family playing a board game, because that's all I needed. And let me see if I can find it.
Was that the Italian pack of stock footage?
No. Definitely not. Where is it?
Oh, they were saying epistemologies to.
I meant epistolary. If I might have said epistemology by accident, but
The person in the chat was saying they were saying that just to be silly.
oh, I got
So you got it right.
And the lady looks like Mrs. HHH. All right, now I gotta find it. Oh, here we go. So this is the fake ad, and Captain Goodnight says it looks like me, and I'm thinking he's not entirely wrong, right? It could be that I was looking through these stock photos. I'm like, who is that handsome man? I think he needs to be in this ad.
So you got the Italian pack.
Yeah, I mean, not that I look Italian, but Northern Italian, I guess. So yeah, I guess that does look like me. If anyway, there's actually some Easter eggs in this ad. So if you read this, you'll get some more information about Horace H. Hoover. And who doesn't want more information about Horace H. Hoover? All right, that's my sales pitch.
For sure.
That's as far as I can go.
The competitors,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's the first campaign that I've ever actually created. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. So we'll see what happens, I was told that this time of year is the worst time to do crowdfunders. Mm-hmm. So that could have been... Maybe I should have listened to that. Who knows? Yeah, actually it was in 3. I think I had to switch things around whenever I republished them. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it. I usually don't do these for more than an hour. Nobody wants to.
Good night.
Nobody wants to watch me ink for more than an hour. But yeah, please check out the comic. I think I'm being very humble when I say this. I think it's genius and brilliant and the best comic you'll ever read. That was humble, right?
Line comes out.
That was humble, right? Anyway, check it out. I will be posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter and all sorts of things. So thanks everybody in chat for popping in. I appreciate it. People listening. And thanks Creative Faye for joining and
You're welcome.
drawing with me. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.